interrupt this seder for an important news break.
Chag Sameach. This is Evelyn Zimbalist reporting from the CBJ satellite office in my house in Buffalo Grove. I'm staying safe, healthy, and socially distanced. I hope you are too. I bet you're surprised to see me right now and not my dad. But between you and me, we all need a little break from Seder. So as you enjoy your dinner, we've put together some important, interesting, and thought-provoking greetings from influential people from our community and around the world. Sit back, relax, and recline. It's a mitzvah. And now, it's my pleasure to welcome to our Seder, one of my personal favorites, Rabbi Josh Warshawsky. Happy Passover, everyone.
Hi, Congregation Beth Judea. It's Josh Warshawsky. Just wanted to wish you all a safe and healthy Passover. Wish I could be with you in person right now, but looking forward to getting the chance to celebrate you and sing and pray together in August. So until then, enjoy this song and Chag Sameach. B'chol dor v'dor, we ask the questions and tell the story of how our families were freed from slavery. Though the people come and gone, the story moves on. B'chol dor v'dor. You know this night is different from all other nights. We eat unleavened bread and we don't think twice. I dip 2 times. You know I got some dope rhymes. B'chol dor v'dor. Start the Seder, my dad knows what's up. Get ready for Kiddush. She lifts up the cup, then we all wash hands, so nice and so clean. I dip the karpas, if you know what I mean. Yeah. B'chol dor v'dor. He breaks the middle matzah and hides it away. Then we tell the story of this magical day. Mani Shana's what this song's all about. Now wash those hands again with some extra cloud. Yeah. Let's make a blessing and eat some matzah and extra bitter herbs. Let's all say, I'll make a matzah sandwich, perhaps a hillel too. Now it's time for the meal, but no soup for you. B'chol dor v'dor. It's time for dessert, but it's nowhere to be found. We eat the afikoman and bless all around. The Seder's almost over, it's time to praise the Lord. Still have more songs, hope you not get bored. Yeah, b'chol dor v'dor. Yeah, ma nishtana halayla hazeh mikol haleilot. Ma nishtana halayla hazeh. As families join together on this night, the most celebrated of nights, and as our Seder draws to a close, we reflect on Seders now come and gone. We look around the room at our loved ones gathered there. We hold each other close and we say, Ma nishtana halayla hazeh mikol haleilot. Ma nishtana halayla hazeh b'chol dor v'dor. Chayav adam lirot et atzmo כאילו יצא ממצרים. מה נשתנה הלילה הזה מכל הלילות? חג שמח.
Chag Sameach, everyone.
I want to talk a little bit about this middle matzah and the moment at the seder called yachatz, when we break it in half. No matter how hard we plan or try, one piece is always bigger than the other. And I think, first of all, that's a lesson for us at this moment in time, that no matter what we plan, it's never going to turn out perfectly. But I'm also thinking a lot about these two pieces of matzah this year. The smaller one, which we call the bread of affliction, the bread of slavery, and the larger one that we call the bread of hope, of redemption, of geulah. The smaller one we're going to put away to use later in the seder, right before the meal when we say hamotzi. And the larger one we're going to place in the afikomen bag or just put to the side, and we're not going to see that piece of matzah until after our bellies are full from a good meal. We sit at the moment of yachatz in the middle between these two pieces, between a difficult past and a hopeful future, in a moment in time that right now feels much more like the past than the future. It feels much more like a moment of slavery, oppression, confinement, of Mitzrayim, of a narrow place. Our job as leaders is to see what we can do to bring these pieces of matzah back together, to hold our communities in a space between past and future, and to help us turn towards the afikomen, towards that moment of hope and inspiration as we take out the bigger of these two pieces and eat it together, whether it's with people immediately close to us in the room or with the rest of the Jewish people all around the world. This year, we have a special leadership challenge to inhabit that space in the present, but looking towards a hopeful future, that bigger piece of matzah. And I hope that you will work with your communities to help them feel inspired at this moment in time. I wish you and your family a Chag Pesach Sameach, a very happy and joyous, if somewhat different, Passover this year.
Hello, Congregation Beth Judea. I'm Mike Berman from NBC5 Sports. Very honored to be joining you virtually for this Seder. I know this is a really difficult time for so many people out there, and my heart goes out to anyone who is finding this time very challenging, and I know that that applies to a lot of people. But how fitting is it that we're talking about a challenging time in the present as we think about a challenging time of the past, when the Jews were enslaved by the Pharaoh in Egypt and had to find their way to freedom. Just as Jews have so many times before overcome, we will do that once again with this coronavirus pandemic. So I hope that everyone out there will continue to keep their spirits high and remain positive, and most importantly, listen to our scientists and our healthcare officials. Stay at home, keep our social distancing, so hopefully sooner rather than later, certainly next Passover, we can be celebrating the Seder together. Chag Sameach, everyone.
Congregation Beth Judea, Chag Sameach. I'm Neshama Carlebach, and I feel so blessed to be connecting with you on Pesach for this holiday of redemption and light. This song is called Achat Sha'alti. It's really a song that we sing before Rosh Hashanah, but everything is kind of topsy-turvy right now, so why not? When we're wishing each other the best, one request we have, we tell God, may we sit in your arms, may we be in your presence all the days of our lives. May we find hope and joy and gratitude and life, even in this moment. May we reach out to each other with love. May we find something that makes us happy every single day. May we find godliness in this universe, even in this moment of fragility. This song is for you. Achat Meit Hashem, O Tavakesh, O Tavakesh, Achat Meit Hashem, O Tavakesh, O שבתי בבית השם כל ימי חיי. 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 Chag Sameach. So much love.
Please welcome Shalom Hartman Institute's Rabbi Lauren Berkun.
Chag Sameach, Congregation Beth Judea, and Rabbi Zimbalist. It's wonderful to join you. My name is Rabbi Lauren Berkun, and my virtual Zoom background is of the Shalom Hartman Institute in Jerusalem, where I work, but I'm sitting in my home office in Miami, Florida, and excited to share a reflection about Miriam's cup. In my home, during the first symbolic hand washing, or chatz, we dip our fingers in a glass of water, a Miriam's cup, and we remember the way in which women and water figure prominently in the entire Passover story, because the Passover story is a story of the birth of a nation. And that birthing imagery, the birth of the Israelites out of the birth canal of the Sea of Reeds, the birth of our nation after those painful contractions of the 10 plagues, that coming forth from a narrow place, Mitzrayim, Egypt, which means a narrow place, the way in which we are then born out of that narrow place into a free nation is, I believe, the main focus of the story of the Exodus. And in this year in particular, as we think about the narrow place the entire world is struggling with, I hope that on this Passover, we can think about ways in which this experience can inspire us to be reborn in new ways, to be birthed through this painful period and this narrow place into new potential, new possibilities. And I hope each of us around the Seder table this year will think about how we want to be reborn in this springtime festival of Pesach. And I wish all of you a joyful and loving Passover in all the ways you're able to celebrate this year. Chag Sameach.
Turn to Asaf Romirowsky. He's a fellow at the Middle East Forum. Asaf, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
To all my friends at Beth Judea, and of course, and my good friend Rabbi Morris, I want to take this opportunity to wish everybody, to you and your families, happy and healthy Passover. I hope everybody is staying safe and healthy in their homes during this very unique time in history as it relates to fighting a pandemic. And of course, this is challenging our upcoming holiday. I was scheduled to come and speak to the community at the end of March. Unfortunately, due to Corona, that did not materialize, and I do hope to have the opportunity to come back when we return back to some kind of sense of normalcy. I wanted just to say a few words about the current environment and related to the remarks that I was going to give when I was coming to Chicago. I was going to talk about the growing challenges that we face as it relates to the boycott movement and the challenges that we find ourselves as it relates to American college campuses, the growing anti-Semitism. And it is interesting that even now, while we're facing a larger global pandemic, that in many circles across the globe and in Israel, people are coming together to help one another. Israelis and Palestinians are coming to work together, unite together as a result of the shared threat and with the aim of trying to help to save human lives, which is obviously utmost important. Notwithstanding that collaboration, which I think speaks to the challenges that we're facing at large, the leader, the co-founder of the boycott movement, Omar Barghouti, came out today, the same individual that has been arguing that we need to boycott the state of Israel and everything Israel gives, in a very ironic, twisted statement saying that if Israel were to develop a vaccination for the coronavirus, that is still something we're allowed to take, even though we're boycotting the state of Israel. I find that quite telling, of course, about the disconnect that we face at large about the reality in the Middle East, about the reality that we see between what those who are advocating for boycotting Israel and those who are actually functioning and living on the ground where the reality is very different. And I think it's quite, it's a good message for us to remember as we are entering this holiday of Passover, which is about freedom, it's about renewal, it's about rethinking our priorities. And I think that it has definitely brought us together in the sense that all of us have been forced to come together and introspectively, and now we're going to be doing seders alone or via Zoom or any other kind of format that people will be doing their seders, and to also consider the facts that we need to consider facts, and facts do actually matter, notwithstanding the fact that the adversaries still continue to find ways to look for ways to attack us, to find ways to blame us, and those kind of accusations are not going to go anywhere. And I think it's just also important to put into perspective now that as we're entering Passover, we will hopefully come out stronger and better after we go back to normal. But we also have to keep in mind that the individuals who are looking to hurt us are still there, even under global crises that relate to pandemics worldwide. And I think that's a message to keep in mind as we're trying to figure out ways to put, the priorities out there, but also understand what the threats are still going to be pre-corona have been and what they're going to be post-corona. So with that, I really want to wish everybody a happy and healthy holiday. I hope everybody stays safe and healthy, and it'll be a good holiday for everybody. And I look forward to coming to the community at a later date. Thank you very much, and Chag Sameach.
Hi everybody, it's Rabbi Ellen Wolintz-Fields. I was just Wolintz when I got to Congregation Beth Judea in 1999, so thank you very much for adding the Fields. I thank you for the greatest gift of my life, meeting Jonathan Fields at Beth Judea. And Jonathan and I and our family wanted to wish you a Chag Kasher v'Sameach. The part of the Seder that always speaks to me the most is when we get to the part soon before the meal that says, B'chol dor v'dor tzarich adam lirot et atzmo ki'ilu hu yatsa mimitzrayim. Each person, I'm doing this from memory, so hopefully I got it right, that in every generation, one should see themselves as if they themselves had left Egypt. And this year, we can definitely commiserate with the Egyptians because we're living through our own plague. And it feels as if, similar to the Egypt, where every house knew of a plague and it knew of a firstborn who was killed, so too in our life, every one of us knows somebody who's been affected by COVID-19. So we wish everybody a refuah shlema, a speedy recovery. If someone passed in your life, may you remember them with fond memories and their legacy live on, and may all be a blessing. And remember that no matter what's going on outside, we all are a blessing to each other. Joining
us now is Jonathan Schanzer. He's Senior Vice President for Research at the Foundation for the Defense of Democracies. Jonathan, good to see you.
Hi, everyone. It's Jonathan Schanzer from Foundation for Defense of Democracies. I just want to wish you a Chag Sameach. I know everybody is going through a difficult time right now. But if we all hunker down, I guarantee you will get through this. I was asked to just briefly give you a message about what's happening in Israel. Obviously, things there are tough, just like they are here. The Israelis are once again, I think, proving to be exceptional in the development of new tech and hopefully biotech. We hope that Israel will be able to be one of the countries that provides a solution to this ongoing pandemic, and we're starting to see signs that they actually may be on the cusp of some breakthroughs. In the meantime, we're seeing that Israel has banded together. They've created a unity government. This is something that we all need to think about, unifying at a time like this finding ways to put aside as many differences as we can in order to come out as a closer community. So again, I wish you all a Chag Sameach, a happy holiday and a healthy one as well. Best wishes from Washington.
Hello, Rabbi Maurice and Congregation Beth Judea. I hope you are all okay. I wanted to wish all of you a happy Passover and wonderful holiday. Stay healthy and safe. Best regards from your friends at Niagara Foundation.
Chag Pesach Sameach Beth Judea. It's Rick Recht here. We are all in separate places, but we are all together in this space for this holiday. Be good to each other, be good to yourself, and hope to see and sing with you soon. This is the hope that holds us together. Hatikva, the hope that will last forever. This is the hope that holds us together. Hatikva, the hope is still real. This is the hope that holds us together. Hatikva, the hope that will last forever.